Hey, David Raffoff here. Hope you're having a good day. Just wanted to do a video quickly on Phoenix LiveView. This is something that's been getting a lot of attention recently, and I think the most recent Elixir Conf really focused a lot on LiveView and kind of where they're taking it. So in case you're not familiar with it, it's essentially a tool that lets you keep track of all your state on your backend and then just re-render your views on the front end as that state changes. And kind of under the hood, it's interesting. It's actually using another feature of Phoenix, which is channels, which is just basically publishing and subscribing over WebSockets. So you could say, here's a topic that I'm going to publish information about, and anybody who's interested can say, hey, I want to subscribe to that topic. And anytime something happens related to that topic, you broadcast it out, and any of the clients that are listening for that topic will get that event and can respond and do what they want to do. But what's really cool about it is Elixir is so fast in production that you could do this, and it looks basically just like real-time stuff that's happening on the client side. So much so that you can run just timers that are constantly being updated, and it's works flawlessly. So I'll just show you a quick example of what that looks like. You can ignore this chart up here for now. But basically, there's a little counter down here that you can increment and decrement. And you can see here, it's just going up and down. And we can click it really fast or whatever. And that's all happening over WebSockets. So I click on this, basically saying, hey, I want to increment this to the server. The server says, great, I can do that. I'll increment it. And then it'll send back out a message that has the updated value. And then the client knows just to re-render. And what's interesting too is this is fairly new as like an official feature of Phoenix. It's something they've been working and demoing on for a couple years now, but they're taking it pretty far. They're trying to do I think they call them live components or live view components, which are even more like granular. So you can decide when you can basically figure out like when certain pieces of the page need to update or not. And I think it's meant to be pretty analogous to something like React components. And if you look at the code for it, the code actually reads very similarly to React code. But what's really exciting to me about this is I've been a full stack developer for a long time, and things have just gotten super complicated over the years. A lot of the times you'll have to write, your backend application and then an API layer or endpoints or whatever, and then write your front end application. Then you'll end up duplicating code in both places, and the front-end frameworks have gotten sophisticated enough that they're essentially just, client-side, like true client-side applications that just happen to get some data over API calls or however they get it. So, and then if you've worked with something like Angular or React, you'll know there have been major changes in those technologies as they've advanced, like the jump from AngularJS to Angular required like near rewrites or pretty drastic changes to move from one to the next. And React similarly has gone through something recently where they moved from you had a setup where you had a choice of using classes or functions, and now they're really pushing everything towards functions with functional hooks. So anyway, there's so much stuff to learn these days. It's really refreshing to see somebody kind of going back to basics and saying, wait, we can write a backend application. We can just use PubSub, which is a very well-established pattern. Use it over WebSockets. Actually hold on to state, so you're not like having to regenerate the full state of your application every time. And then with that state, just communicate back and forth between the clients and the server in a really lightweight way. And I just think that's super cool. If I can do it quickly here, I'll show you just this WebSocket traffic because it's kind of interesting to see. So let's refresh this page here real quick. And let's just see what's going on here over these sockets. So you can see here, trying to figure out which one is the right one. I think this may be it. Let's see. Let's try, we're going to scroll down here and hit this button a couple times and see where that's coming in. Just have to click through these a little bit to figure out the right one. Just give me a second. Well, I can't find it quickly. But You'll have to trust me on it. It's basically doing its work over WebSocket. Yeah, it's to me super exciting. I'm actually the reason this chart's up here is I'm in the process of taking an application that I had written in Angular and you take that and figure out how to convert that to just use Phoenix LiveView. And to me, that's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to actually like trying this out and seeing if it looks pretty much, as fast or faster than doing it in Angular. And if it's even close, to me, that's a huge win because that eliminates a huge need for like a really expert JavaScript skill set, an Angular skill set, the need to have two separate applications, the full-blown backend application, the full-blown front-end application, this layer in between, doing things like all the normal stuff you have to kind of figure out when you have a JavaScript app, like how to do the build and security and all that stuff. Like Phoenix just kind of handles some of that stuff for you. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share what this is useful for. And then as I build out this application a bit more, as I convert it from Angular to Phoenix, I'm just going to try and share some more of that with you as I go. But yeah, thanks for joining me. If you're interested in seeing more videos about this, hit subscribe and then hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. If you hit the like button, it really helps out the channel. And yeah, thanks for joining me and hope you have a good day.